And we are back, and we just finished watching 2022's Puss in Boots. The Last Wish. Sorry, I keep saying Puss in Boots. It's Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots. The Last Wish from 2022. Clocking in.
It's not Puss, it's Puss.
Oh, whatever.
Puss.
Puss in Boots.
Puss. Jeez. I mean,
abbreviate the vulgarity, and you got the name.
Puss.
All right.
Puss.
All right. Calm down, everyone.
About a cat.
Clocking in at 1 hour and 42 minutes.
That's what I'm going to name my cat.
All right. This is directed by Joel Crawford with a co-credit directing to Januel Mercado. This is still in theaters and to buy rent on Prime.
I think I heard it's going to be on Peacock in like a week.
Oh, okay. If you've got that streamer, then I guess check it out there. This is the continuation of the Puss.
Come on. This isn't
story, voiced by the lovely Antonio Banderas, as he comes to realize that he's squandered his 8 lives and is desperately trying to hold on to his last life, and goes on this journey to try to retrieve a wish that will give him that. And along the way, meets assortment cast
meet some
of
friends, meet some new enemies.
Okay.
It's good.
It's really good.
I really like this movie.
Yeah. We've shut out the animation category. We watched every film in that animation character. At the end of this review, I'm going to get impressions of what everyone thinks should win and what will win. I'm going to start with you.
How can we predict the future Mom will win?
It's just predictions. I'm going to start with you, Olive G. What did you think of the film?
I really liked it.
Yeah, what'd you like about it?
I guess just, I don't know.
You like the story?
You could say everything, throw some details in there.
Without giving out spoilers, because this is still kind of fairly new.
Every single one of my favorite parts is probably a spoiler.
Okay, well, who was your favorite character? I don't think it's a spoiler.
But there are a lot of good characters.
All right, tell us some of your favorite characters.
I like Death, and I like Soft Paws, and I like the Mama Bear, and I like the
Goldie.
Perrito.
Perrito. Very nice. Very nice. If you had
what about Jack Horner?
Jack Horner can suck on the hornet.
There you go. There you go.
He was evil.
Yes.
What did you think of the overall story without giving too much away?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were going to cry at any point in this film?
No, why would I?
Okay. I felt like there was a scene that might have been like a heart tugger, but I guess I didn't cry.
Did you cry?
No, I was surprised. I was waiting for it.
I didn't think this was going to be pulling on any heartstrings. It was really more.
I thought there would be one emotional moment.
I mean, there were moments where there was like a deeper sense of emotion, but I don't think there was anything that made me want to weep. It wasn't there was no bing bong moment.
God damn it. Yeah. No, it wasn't that. This had the perfect mix of levity and silliness and a nice character arc for Puss
in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Yes.
It was nice to see
what's
how
the difference? You're saying puss.
She keeps saying poos.
Puss.
It's not poos.
This has become such an issue that we can't even get 5 minutes through the review without pointing something out.
Puss.
It's like I don't know, you have some like weird accent. Like, poos.
Puss.
I'm European I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's some Spanish in this film, so.
Yeah, but even Puss in Boots calls himself Puss in Boots. He even calls himself Poos. I'm not Puss in Boots. All right, gee, how about you?
Olivia sneezing right now is really funny.
How did you like this movie?
I thought that this was the greatest film I've seen this year. I love this film.
Ringing endorsement.
I like this. I love this film.
Yeah.
And it's clear that I like it more than all of you.
No, I really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it too.
I'm not making fun of any of this. I'm just trying to I'm like you. I'm trying to correct people's pronunciation.
How dare you?
You're doing it on purpose. Everyone's trying to antagonize me.
Purpose.
Yeah, I think Olive's doing it on purpose. I think Mom just has no control over it. It's like locked in her brain to pronounce it the wrong way. Well, why was this the greatest film of the year?
I love the animation and all the cats are cute. And I loved the story. And I like the relationship, how it changed between Goldie and the three bears.
That was sweet.
That was unemotional for me. I don't care what the rest of you say.
Yeah, I thought it was sweet, especially towards the end when she does something for the
when
greater
everything
good.
is just right.
Yes, exactly. Nicely done. I saw what you did there. Nicely done, Jake.
I like the animation too. Especially how they changed it up for like the fight scenes.
Explain that to me because I couldn't. I thought it was moving. It's from 3D to 2D, but you said no. What are they doing?
The whole film is 3D. They're changing the frame rate so this way. Where most of the film is like smooth animation where you see just like imagine if there was like 50 frames per every second of film. You saw like 50 frames worth of movement. But in the fight scenes, they cut that down. So you saw like a group of like still shots, almost like as if it was stop motion animation, where there's like less of a frame rate. They just show each frame for a longer period of time. But so then
how come it reads so differently?
It's just hitting your eyes differently. So you view it like... You're viewing it like a bunch of still photos.
As opposed to fluid music.
But it's still happening fast enough where you see that motion, that animation. You're just able to like get it more. I think if they would have kept it smooth and consistent throughout, maybe it would have become a bit muddy. And you can't really do that with like live action because then you're like, what the hell's going on? Right, sure. But like this and this was like Into the Spider-Verse
does this
too. Where you certain scenes, it just has like that just enough of a stop motion feel where it really makes everything just pop. And
it felt, to me, and again, I'm not a technical person, but it felt like two different animation styles.
It's a little bit, it basically is. It's just not, the rendering is not different. The rendering was still the same. Everything was still painted in the same way. I also liked the way it was painted.
Yes.
It wasn't like I'm only familiar with the original Shrek movies. I don't think we ever watched any of the other Puss in Boots movies.
I think we had a DVD for one of them that my mother got, but I don't think we ever watched.
Wait, one of what?
Yeah, the other because
Puss
in Boots has had other movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and I don't know if the animation was like that, but this animation was more, the way they rendered it was more like a painterly style, sort of like how like Arcane on Netflix.
Yeah.
Had that painterly
which
style
is fabulous.
to it. Yes, also fabulous.
Shout out.
This one wasn't as painterly as Arcane.
Arcane,
they were definitely aping that anime look with everybody's hair is like sharp angles and stuff like that. But this was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the way this animation looked. I love the way the characters were rendered, the way they moved, everything. It was beautiful. And I like that they it wasn't gory, but there were some scenes of like, I guess, death where it was kind of amusing, where like when that guy just gets devoured by that plant and the plant like pulls back and his skeleton is just standing there. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
And and they, for a kid's movie, there were some aspects of it that
were dark
and frightening. Like I loved how the wolf was just like, just the whistling. That was such an excellent, excellent. And that's from a movie. I've seen that movie. I don't know what it was, but I just remember there's like something where people are like alone, and like for any time the bad guy or the villain or whatever it was is about to make an appearance, it's preceded by. They took that from something. I don't remember what it was.
Well, it's done here.
It's so well done, especially with the wolf character.
And the way the wolf is drawn, because he's menacing. And then he's got those...
He's menacing.
He's got those, what are those called? The sickles?
The little sickles.
Yeah.
And
Not just one, two.
Not just one, he's got two.
And they connect.
And they connected,
That was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he was
Was this
badass.
scene as impressive as Foot Shimmy Rama at the end of Raid 2?
No.
Nothing will
It's
ever stop
it's
the
different.
raid.
That's different.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't compare the two because kitchen fight, foot shimmy,
That is next level.
that is living people doing that. You
Yeah.
know, you're not going to get like camera angles swirling through and fisheye looks.
I
and
wonder
stuff
what
like
that would look like animated, that scene, that sequence.
I'm sure somebody out there could do that and like really like amp it up to like anime levels.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love to see it.
But good Lord, yeah. One day
Either
we
that
gotta talk
or
about that.
the first raid, the fight
First
with
raid with the
Mad Dog.
brothers and the Mad
Mad Dog. Oh my God.
Oh God, we gotta watch that again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the raid in a while. I think
I think we're due.
We gotta bust that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But back to this.
Yes.
Yeah, the wolf was excellent. He was such a great aspect of this story. Seriously, all
nothing's
the
wasted
characters,
here.
nothing is wasted.
No.
There's no just like, they could have like made Perito and made him like saccharine and sappy, but no, he was
right.
cute and sad, and he had like this like tragic backstory with this just
And they were like, oh my God.
ultimately yes, he had this positive outlook, but their reaction to the backstory was
was
our
insane.
reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We were like horrified.
And he's just so freaking positive.
Happy. Yeah.
He's the only one who touches that map, and it's just like, hey.
I knew that would happen. I knew it.
So good. Everybody's personality was just spot on great.
Yeah. And it's funny because you sort of have a big ensemble here. There's a lot of characters.
There's a lot of characters.
And yet everyone has their moment. The mother bear, the father bear, the baby bear. Goldie has her moment.
Yeah.
Southpaw has her moment. Perrito has his moment. Everybody.
Did you say Southpaw?
What?
Softpaw.
Softpaws. Did I say Southpaw? I meant
Yes.
Softpaws. I'm sorry.
Kitty Softpaws.
Kitty Softpaws. It's like she has her moment. Yeah, I mean the only one who I don't know that he had a moment because I think he was like the heavy throughout was Jack Horner.
Jack Horner. Yeah. Well, he was just the bad guy.
Right,
Like
right,
there was
right.
nothing. He wasn't going to have his redeeming character arc.
No.
He was just
A
jerk
through and through.
through and through. He
Well,
was ultimate
voiced
selfish
by
jerk.
John. How do you say his last name? Mulvaney.
John Mulaney.
I thought it was Mulvaney.
John Mulaney.
Well, whatever his name is. Well,
He was Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham,
and he was one of
Spider-Man.
Chip and Dale
yeah,
Rescue
he
Rangers.
was one of Chip and he was one of
One of
Chip
those,
and Dale.
which was also a really good animated flick that we saw that we didn't review and we probably should have.
we should have, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with everyone at this table. This was way better than I thought it would be. It's funny. We saw all those Shrek movies in the theaters because those all came out before the kids came along, right? I think
we only saw the first one and
I thought we saw the first two.
I
saw
saw
the first two, but
Shrek
there's
and
been
Shrek
more of
2.
them.
There's been at least 4 or 5, maybe.
We never talk about
There's-
Shrek 3 or the
There's
others.
one that they had babies. I think that was Shrek 3, right?
We never talk about that.
And wasn't there one? I think there was one after the one where they had babies.
Oh, I don't remember. Okay, but that aside,
Yeah, Shrek 4 Ever After, because I got to make a pun out of the number 4.
okay. That aside, those films did not age well because of the topical, humor.
Yeah.
You can't talk about Simon Cowell because he's sort of
Who cares
not
about Simon Cowell?
right.
now?
He's sort of not in the public eye. I mean, I guess he is, but not really. So a lot of that stuff is super, super dated. And for the time, it was fun. But watching it now, it's sort of almost cringy because it's like, oh,
It's either cringy or you just sort of like it's just not
funny anymore.
Like,
Right.
Topical humor, it's good at that time.
Right,
Doesn't,
right.
It doesn't last. It's not
But
evergreen.
this, I feel like a lot of care was put into this. I feel like the story was well fleshed out from where it starts to where it ends. It's like they had an idea. They took us on this journey and it wrapped up really, really nicely. Unlike another nominee in the category, which was sort of not
Just meandering.
meandering, yes, and all over the place.
Yeah.
Bro, I almost choked on my own saliva.
Why don't you have
hell
a
is
drink of
going-
water?
What is going on over here?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go around the table and get numbers. I'm going to start with you. 1 to 10.
I'd probably give this. I'd go so far as to give this a 9.
Really? I was going to say 8.5, but maybe it is. I think maybe you're right. I think it is a 9.
I don't see anything really wrong with it.
It's the right
the
amount
voice
of time.
acting is great. The
Great.
animation's great. The story's great. The jokes are funny. The action sequences are
Really
really
well
well
done.
done. And it flows so nicely. I mean, like you said, for so many characters to be in there and each have their own distinct personalities and
Have a second or two to shine.
be fleshed out. Like the three bears could have just been Goldilocks' heavies that
Yeah.
had minor personalities, but no, you got a sense of all of them, and great voice work by all three of the actors who did the voices. I mean, Ray Winstone is just
I love him.
he is just, his voice is just made for this stuff.
And Olivia Colman is like everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, she does something every year, doesn't she?
British actors, they like.
I mean, they really love the work. But I feel like she's
Baby
always
Bears, Samson.
KO.
I don't know what it's KO. Yeah, he
He
did a
looks
great
like
job
a
too.
rapper.
but it's still
Gene.
so crazy because to me it's like she always rounds out the year.
And
I feel like
she's like this
she's-
genre, that genre,
Yeah.
cartoons.
I mean, last year she wrapped up the year. Was it Empire of Light? That movie. I think the year before, well, maybe 2 years before that was The Father.
Yeah.
But she's consistent. No, last year was The Lost Daughter, the Maggie Gyllenhaal movie. So she's like consistently like front and center at the end of the year. I feel like she always takes us home at the end of the year. So good on her. And yeah, I really liked her character, and I loved that her character was like the quintessential good mom.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
what-
is funny considering they're the Three Bears crime gang.
right.
you know?
Yes. But she is like the mother.
Yeah.
And not only the mother to her baby bear, but also the mother to Goldie.
Goldilocks, yeah.
And how that story wrapped up nicely as well was really, really satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the introduction of Perrito and what he means to soft paws, and puss.
Oh,
God.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Not
it's puss.
Not pus.
It's puss.
Wait,
Pus is what's inside of
Burrito
pimples.
was a man.
Burrito
little boy.
was a little boy dog. Yeah.
God damn! What?
You're way off with these. Jeez.
You thought it was a little
Like
girl?
I could see you thinking Marcel the Shell was a girl because it was voiced by a girl, but Perrito was not voiced by a girl.
He
It
doesn't sound
sounded
like,
like
a
a
girl. He
girl.
does not,
Not-
sound
no,
like a girl.
not-
in
And
the
remember, in
slightest.
Spanish, O at the end is masculine. A at the end is
She
feminine.
was a girl. They call him Perrita.
Perrita. Right. And she'd probably have ribbons in her hair or something.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't.
Well, I'm sure she would.
Anyway, what?
Let's, I guess, go around the table. Oh, you say
I
9?
said 9.
Gigi?
10.
10. Wow. Olive G?
9.5.
9.5. I too will give this a 9. So 9.5, and a perfect score of 10. This is an absolute delight. If you haven't seen it, run. Don't walk to your nearest cinema or rent it on Prime. But definitely check out one of the Oscar picks for Best Animated Feature. It is. What's the name of the movie?
Oh. Puss in Boots.
The Last Wish.
That's right. And it's playing on demand and in theaters from 2022. Again, an Oscar nominated film, rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. Again, like you said, there are some kind of dark
Yeah,
themes,
there's something that I would say might scare little kids, but not. I mean,
it's not-
There's nothing graphically violent or anything.
thing about this film.
It's-
I would say 7 and up.
Yeah.
7 and up. Yeah, I think maybe 3 or 4 might be a little too little.
Yeah, maybe.
Although
They-
I'm sure we saw stuff like that with
When I was
our kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go.
Yeah,
by
don't
us.
go by us. Yeah, if you know your child, you know what they could take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say this is 7 and up.
Yeah.
I think second grade. Yeah. All right. Oh, before we go, I wanted to go around the table and ask everybody their opinion now that we've actually seen all the Oscar-nominated feature films, what people thought would win. So for animated feature, we have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots,
Puss in Boots. There you go. You got it.
The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. I'm going to start with you. Of those 5 nominations, who do you think will win, and who would you like to win?
I think it's probably going to go to Pinocchio. But after seeing this, I think I would like this one to win.
Wow. That's a huge endorsement.
Yeah. This was more fun.
What?
Interesting. Yeah. I liked Pinocchio a lot, but it was a downer.
I like Pinocchio, yeah, but it's a bit of a downer, but it's
beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's much harder to do stop motion animation. Yeah. It has a great story, voice acting, all that. But as far as just me getting entertained, I'm going to go with Puss in Boots.
Interesting. Gigi, for you, for best animated feature, who do you think will win and who do you think should win? Should it be Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Sea Beast, or Turning Red?
Well, obviously know what I want to win. I would just give it a 10.
Ooh.
But I don't know.
Who do you think will win?
Gaga.
What is wrong with you?
You want Puss in Boots to win, but you think who's going to win?
I don't know. Like, I literally have no idea. I'm not
bet
good at
$5 that Pinocchio wins.
I'm not taking that bet because I'm not good at predicting. Like, people have weird tastes.
That's
so
true.
I
That's
don't know
true.
what they'd pick. Like, Marcel might end up winning, and I'd be like, what?
That would be something, right?
That would
Because let's be
blow
honest.
my mind because that was so boring.
Yeah.
And
dare you.
but not even that. But I feel like a lot of these Oscars categories are sometimes popularity contests. So it's like, can you get all your friends to vote for you?
Yeah, I'm sure that plays a big factor.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah, there's
Although,
that. Box office plays a factor. Also, I got to be honest, sometimes I feel like the animated movie category is just one that the people just throw at their kid and say, which one
just
do you
pick
want
one.
to win?
Yeah.
They don't even think about it. It's
Yeah.
like, because these people, they don't view it seriously.
Yeah.
They just say, oh,
Agreed.
that's kids crap. I'm
Right,
not going
right.
to waste my time watching animated movies.
Right.
I mean, it's so different now.
Yeah.
The skill and the writing and the acting and everything that goes
And
into
even
these films.
even the script writing, because you have
Yeah, that's what
like you have like something like Pixar where they literally
they
give
write the hell out of these
things. Yeah, I mean, it's not just
These things
a
are
kids
touching,
movie. Yeah, there's some
meaningful.
very meaty themes
It's
in a
not
lot of
just-
these films.
Yeah, it's not just talking animals farting.
Yes. Although there's a place for that, I feel like.
Place
But
for that, but not at the Oscars. But I get the feeling that that's what they think. It's just sort of like, well, we'll just vote for the princess one because there's songs in it.
yeah.
But now there's like, you don't really get the princess movie anymore.
No.
So these old producers are probably older than us. They don't know what the hell's going on. So they're just like, hey, grandkid,
Pick one.
you saw one of these movies, right? Just fill in the dot.
Yeah. Or they know someone. So I'm assuming a lot of it is, oh, I either worked on that production or my nephew was on this film,
Yeah.
so I'm going to vote for this. Unless they have just, I like this director and I'm going to vote for this film. Olive G, Best Animated Feature Film. The Oscar nominations are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
I mean, you were willing to put $5 on Pinocchio. So
No, I was joking.
Oh.
I don't know if Pinocchio will win. I would have placed my bets though on Pinocchio and Puss in Boots.
So you would like Puss in Boots to win, but you think Pinocchio will win.
I think both of them might win.
No, only one.
Only
can
one
win.
gets to win, honey.
It's a maybe between those two.
They can't
okay,
decide.
so she can't decide. So between those two. All right. I feel like Turning Red came out too long ago for people
Yeah,
to either
nobody's gonna remember.
I enjoyed Sea Beast, but I don't feel like it's
I
a
don't think-
Netflix
I don't think
film,
anybody
and I
really
don't
saw
think
it.
anybody really, I wanted to like Marcel more. I mean, I kept hearing all this stuff about it, and it was just okay.
It was saccharine and boring.
So I think I agree with everybody at this table. These are the two movies, and I think you're right. As much as I love Del Toro, I think the disappointment of Nightmare Alley, I think he sort of redeems himself with Pinocchio's, and I think that he's the kind of guy that warrants a lot of love just because he's like the uber geek that done good, and just you see his passion in all of his projects.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think that, and not to take away from Pinocchio, because it was lovely and amazing, although the ending felt very abrupt and just freaking depressing. This was an absolute joy.
Yeah.
This
start
was
to finish,
an absolute joy. Yes,
was
from start to
entertained.
finish, I was.
There are a bunch of funny bits.
There are tons of funny things
And
in
it doesn't
here.
go over the top with like the stupid humor.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's, in the words of Goldie, it's just right. This
Yes.
film is just right. I agree with you. I think it's unfortunate that I feel like, you know what? I feel like you're right. I think it's one of those categories where people just don't give it the respect that it deserves. And it's unfortunate because I think that from when you and I grew up, animation has definitely come leaps and bounds. And theme-wise, also, just it's not just stupid animals talking and farting kind of movies. These are some deep. I mean, we talk about how impressed we were with like Inside Out, a movie about feelings. Like, how does that even work? And yet, it's
more than
magic.
feelings, coming to grips with sadness.
Sadness, right?
You know?
No. But still, I mean,
it's like so much more.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
It's very
and
layered and
it's
nuanced.
in
Yeah, I
kids-
agree.
Like adults could definitely get something out of this because there are grown-up people who've just never learned to deal with their feelings.
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
Or
And
just deny the fact, I no time to be sad, you know.
right.
You know,
And there are
sad
people like
lines for bitches and
And there are people like Joy who just everything has to be so
yeah.
dandy and perfect and happy, and it's like you can't. That isn't sustainable, right? And not just that, but like even like a movie like Coco, where you're talking about death, but it's done in such a beautiful way and it honors family. And again, you don't have to be Mexican in order to enjoy that film. I think that the themes on these films run the range and or culturally can be enjoyed by anybody. And not even just Pixar, but Laika. And again, Kubo and the Two Strings. That is a movie that wrecks me every time I see it. And just how beautiful and just amazing
Yeah,
it is.
Animated movies are definitely something to be taken more
Absolutely.
seriously than I feel that they are.
Yes, agreed. And you know what? I am going to agree with this table and say that I believe Del Toro's Pinocchio is going to get the Oscar, but it would have been nice to see Puss in Boots
Very good.
get it.
Correct.
I'm trying. You see me stop myself before I say the word. I'm like, how do I say this again in my brain? Yes, it would be great if this film could pick up this award. I don't think it will, unfortunately, but yeah, this was a hell of a lot of fun. All right, we are going to wrap it up and bid you all a
Good night.
Good night.
and good night from Olive, who's in the bathroom. Good night.
Good night.